This week on Greyhound View, we take a look back at the semi-finals of the Champions Restaurant Open 670 from Dundalk, the finals of the Stanley Bet tax-free 525 from Galway, the Shelbourne Stud 2-year-old stake from Limerick, and the John J. Casey from Shelbourne Park. Plus all the action from the 4th International Pop Gun at Thurles. But first, it's racing from Clonmel. Thursday night last saw the semi-finals of the Irish Greyhound board Unraced 525 stake at Clonmel. Mal Keaveney takes up the commentary.
Dogs are in traps now for the opening semi-final. In 1, Offshore Buoy. 2, Velvet MICKDEL. 3, Graysland's Pixie. Blue-Eyed Escort in 4. LICKFINN Willie is 5, and 6, Blakefield Mike. Graysland's Pixie, the bitch that clocks 29.35, is our strong favourite, running in box 3 and breaks very, very poorly. Out the centre, it's Velvet MICKDEL that leads now from 5. LICKFINN Willie into that opening bend. The battle is on, and our favourite is in deep, deep trouble, I can tell you. Out front at the moment is the blue jacket of Velvet MICKDEL, now being pursued by 5, LICKFINN Willie, also there Offshore Buoy. Our leader being pursued still, Velvet MICKDEL. And towards the closing 2 bends, there's a big battle on up front, and off the final bend, it's Velvet MICKDEL that's going to score here. Velvet MICKDEL is going to win from Offshore Buoy, close for 3rd, perhaps LICKFINN Willie is up. The 1, 2, 3 from the opening semi-final, it's victory for Velvet MICKDEL, 2nd Offshore Buoy, and 3rd LICKFINN Willie. The winning time here, a smart 29.23. We're set now for the 2nd of the semi-finals. Beechgrove Mick is 1, DAWNTYN DOT 2, the other DONAGH 3, Loughnane and Legacy in 4, Active Dream 5, and 6, Best of Times. Not much between them on the betting front as he arrives towards traps. A fairly level break out the centre now. It's Loughnane and Legacy. Best of Times also in contention. Running in the inside, it's Beechgrove Mick. On they go up towards the 2nd bend now. Loughnane and Legacy well in contention down the back straight. Beechgrove Mick shows in 2nd. Outside, Active Dream is there as well. Up front, it's still our leader, Loughnane and Legacy. Holding on in between the closing 2 bends. It's Loughnane and Legacy now as he hits the final bend up towards the finish, but there is a challenger as well. But Loughnane and Legacy holds on for the other DONAGH, and Best of Times is 3rd. Confirmation now of the result of the 2nd semi-final. It's a win for Jerry Langton's Loughnane and Legacy in a time of 29.40. 2nd, the other DONAGH, and taking 3rd, Best of Times. The trap draw for the 2004 running of the Irish Greyhound board Unraced 525 stake is in 1, Offshore Buoy, 2, the other DONAGH, in 3, LICKFINN Willie, 4, Best of Times, 5, Velvet MICKDEL, and 6, Loughnane Legacy.
The semi-finals of the Champion Restaurant Open 670 took place at Dundalk last Friday night. The 1st and 2nd in each of the 3 heats qualifies for the final on Thursday night.
The first semi-final of the Champions Restaurant Open 670. In 1, Group Champ owned by Mary Kenny. 2, HELLROAD Prince owned by Des O'Hanlon. Number 3 is Tina's Girl owned by Christine Doherty. 4, Correct Buddy owned by Pat Rooney. 5, Booming Along jointly owned by Keith Doherty and Alan Farrington. And in 6, Backdoor Girl owned by Pat Hughes. The hare coming up behind traps for the start of this opening semi-final. Away to go is number 3, Tina's Girl. This fine stare shows in front from 5, Booming Along in 2nd. Now number 2, HELLROAD Prince moves into top gears in 3rd, ahead of 6, Backdoor Girl. Around the opening bend, 3, Tina's Girl with the advantage. Now number 2, HELLROAD Prince begins to motor, moves up to challenge. On the outside, still there, Booming Along, but it's number 2, HELLROAD Prince just forging ahead in the middle of the 3, approaching the 3rd bend. On the 3rd bend, number 3, Tina's Girl has to give way there as 2, HELLROAD Prince goes on. On the outside, number 5, Booming Along. 3, Tina's Girl trying to get back into it, but it's number 2, HELLROAD Prince coming up the straight. HELLROAD Prince from 5 on the near side, and 1 puts in a big lead run, Group Champ, and he gets up for 2nd spot on the line. But HELLROAD Prince, an impressive winner of that opening heat. The result of the first semi-final, number 2, HELLROAD Prince owned by Des O'Hanlon, the winner. 2nd, number 1, Group Champ, and 3rd, number 5, Booming Along. The time 37.02. The 2nd semi-final. In 1, Cool of Annie Bird owned by Nicky and Kimella Kenny. 2 is Rodeo Man owned by the Round Tower Syndicate. 3, Statute Bard owned by Gareth McGrath. 4 is Lemon Rambo owned by Liam Marks. 5, Word of Will owned by the Bonzo Syndicate. And in 6, Mobile Dove owned by Seamus Devlin. The hare now behind the traps. And away they go. It's numbers 2 and 3 well out. Statute Bard number 3, Rodeo Man 2. Now 4, Lemon Rambo putting a run up on the outside with 6 in 4th place, Movie Dove. But around the corner, drifting a bit wide, number 3, Statute Bard. From 2, Rodeo Man into the far side. 4, Lemon Rambo is forced to check there as 6, Mobile Dove shows good pace to go into second. But now number 3, Statute Bard has gone clear into the third bend from 6, Mobile Dove. Now Lemon Rambo getting going again. He's having a tough race here as 3, Statute Bard out front from 6, Mobile Dove. 4, Lemon Rambo now putting in another run as 6, Mobile Dove really sprouts wings on the run in to win this one, and going away, number 6, Mobile Dove wins it from 4, Lemon Rambo in second and 1, Coulavani Bird in third. The result of the second semi-final, the winner number 6, Mobile Dove, owned by Seamus Devlin. Second, number 4, Lemon Rambo, and in third place, number 1, Coulavani Bird. The time 36:93. And on to the third semi-final. In trap 1, Lady Spiral, owned by George Williams. 2 is Air Force Honcho, owned by PJ Fahy. In 3, Tahina Blue, owned by Jason Crokin. Number 4 is Mustang Claw, owned by Nicky Kenny and Ann Burke. 5, Lunar Boy, owned by Eugene Duffy. And number 6 is Silly Six, owned by the Silly Six Syndicate. The hair now for this third semi-final. And it's number 6 off to a flyer, Silly Six. Going up well, number 2, Air Force Honcho, who moves wide on the run up. But it's 6, Silly Six into the corner. Now number 5, Lunar Boy, showing big pace to challenge on the opening bend. But 6, Silly Six still in front from 5, Lunar Boy in second. Back in third is number 2, Air Force Honcho. These have moved on a few lengths now as 5, Lunar Boy takes over down the far side. 2, Air Force Honcho moves into second place, challenges on the third bend, gets through on the inside. And it's 2, Air Force Honcho now takes over from 5, Lunar Boy, straightening for home. This big long run in, and it's number 2, Air Force Honcho. 4, Mustang Claw producing his typical big finish. But coming up to the line, it's number 2, the winner here, Air Force Honcho, from 4, Mustang Claw in second, and 6, Silly Six in third. And the result of that third semi-final, the winner number 2, Air Force Honcho, owned by PJ Fahy. Second, number 4, Mustang Claw, and third, number 6, Silly Six. The time, 37 seconds.
The trap draw for the final, which coincides with the official opening of Dundalk Stadium on Thursday the 5th of February, resulted in Trap 1, Group Champ, 2, HELLROAD Prince. In 3, Air Force Honcho, Trap 4, Mustang Claw, 5, Lemon Rambo, and in Trap 6, Mobile Dove. The absence of Plasticine Fly from Trap 1 in the final of the Stanley Bet tax-free 525 in Galway last Saturday night left only 5 dogs chasing the €10,000 winner's prize. George McDonough takes us through the lineup.
Trap 1, Plasticine Fly, unfortunately an absentee due to injury. In Trap 2, we have the favourite for the event, Mrs. Mary Kenny's Group Cheers. Quite lucky to qualify in the first round, since then unbeaten and very impressive last week in the semi-final in 28.66. Trap 3, the outsider, Mr. Charles Grant's Tamnarolo, trained by Ger Quigley, the only runner who's yet to register a victory in the stake. In Trap 4, the local hope, Mr. PJ Fahy's TYRUR MARITA, trained by Paul Hennessy, the current 525 track record holder, qualified in third place behind Group Cheers in the semi-final. In Trap 5, we have Lady Temple, owned in partnership by Brian Egan and Jody Milan. Trained by Ray McCarrick, Lady Temple was 3 lengths off Phoenix Ice in her semi-final. In Trap 6 is the second Paul Hennessy candidate, Mrs. Nolan McCreevy's and Mrs. Ann Cox's Phoenix Ice, the only unbeaten runner in the stake, but tonight must run from Trap 6. The favourite Group Cheers is in Trap 2, the local hope TYRUR MARITA in 4. The hair behind Traps. And away they go, very well away is Tamnarolo in 3, in 4 TYRUR MARITA, and on the outside of this is Lady Temple racing towards the first bend. Tamnarolo in front in the white jacket of Trap 3, in second place TYRUR MARITA. Third on the inside now is Group Cheers, and Group Cheers getting into overdrive as they go down the back straight. Group Cheers, Phoenix Ice towing down a challenge also on the inside with racing towards the third bend. In front is Group Cheers, the favourite. In second place is TYRUR MARITA. Phoenix Ice in third. In fourth place is Lady Temple and racing towards the final bend. Group Cheers is racing out wide, but is 2 lengths in front. TYRUR MARITA towing down a challenge on the inside. Group Cheers and TYRUR MARITA. Group Cheers wins the Stanley Bet tax-free. In second place is TYRUR MARITA, and in third, Phoenix Ice. Result of the Stanley Bet tax-free 525. First, Trap 2, Group Cheers. Second, Trap 4, TYRUR MARITA. And third, Trap 6, Phoenix Ice. Time 28.77.
Kind of running all the year, they're a bit unlucky in finals. He's got to about 3-4 finals, but there's always something going to win, so he wasn't the one up to now. So it was great to win one, then the finish, a very good one too, you know.
And you find Trap 1 being missing was a bit of a help to you?
Of course it was, you know, and everybody, no matter how good a dog is, you know, and you're in Trap 2 and the Trap 1 dog is an on-runner. I mean, it's about the best thing you can hear, you know, when you're going to the track. I heard it earlier in the night. couldn't believe it. I thought someone was joking me. It would have been a different race, I'm sure. You know, if he's there, track quicker breaker on Luke, he got hot now. She was got caught in the middle of the dogs going down to the bend. So that's his only one going to win, nor go. So I happen to be the one tonight.
I predicted a great future for this dog from the first time I saw him. I have a good eye for a dog, and I always liked him. There was something about him, like he's a small bit shy, but Joe's a great handler. There's no doubt. Like he's 100%. He's a perfectionist.
He's a busy dog. Up the mileage, he's shoving on for 3 years old now, and I believe he's kind of selected for Clonmel on Wednesday night next.
The management at Galway made a presentation to Lexi Marmion during his last night of stewarding. Cork steward Eddie Holland also retired at the weekend, and we wish them both the best for the future. The Shelbourne Stud 2-year-old stake came to its conclusion on a rather wet Saturday night at Limerick. There was €7,500 on offer to the winner, and we joined Michael Fortune for the lineup.
In Trap 1, Send It Peace, owned by Joan McMahon, trained by Pat McMahon. A son of Mustang Jack and 10 pigeons. 4 from 9 is this one's strike rate, 6-1 in the betting. Number 2, Cheers Big Ears, owned by Anthony Rhodes, trained by Georgina Goodall. A son of Mustang Yank and Fuida's Lucky, 7-1 in the market for this dog who has won 2 of his 5 races. In Trap 3 is Kef Gardeni, owned by Dan O'Keefe, a son of Oriental Ranger and Hawaiian Sand. 4 wins from 7 outings and a semi-final win or 2. He's 5-2 in the betting. From 4 we have Tinsley Champ, owned by India Walsh, trained by Graham Calvert, a son of Moyne Rebel and Mop Spark. 3 wins from 7 outings and a good second behind Ramp and Drive in the semi-final, 4-1. Number 5, Slick Marie, owned by Tom Gallagher, a daughter of Droopy's Kuel and Ocala Lady. This lassie has won 5 of her 9 races, a runaway winner in the semi-final, also on the 5-2 mark. And in Trap 6 we have the 6-4 favourite Ramp and Drive, owned by the We're Only Scratching Syndicate, trained by Big Mick O'Donovan, a son of Larkill Joe and Tree Climber. 6 wins from 10 outings and a dog with real early pace. They're in traps. The favourite is Ramp and Drive from Trap 6. Can he get his break this time? The hair behind Trap's a way to go. It's a very level start. Number 6, Ramp and Drive, trying to get across to the inside, but 4, Tinsley Champ is out well, holds him up, bumping there between the 2 front runners at the corner and into the far side. It's 4, Tinsley Champ, just ahead, now being passed by number 6, Ramp and Drive. It's very close into the 3rd bend. They're a few lengths clear of Slick Marie back in 3rd, but on the 3rd bend, 4 is battling back Tinsley Champ on the outside of 6, Ramp and Drive. This pair are having a great duel all the way up the straight on the far side, Ramp and Drive, and on the near side Tinsley Champ just forces his way to the front in the final strides. Tinsley Champ wins it from Ramp and Drive in 2nd, and it looks as though number 1, Send It Peace, might have grabbed 3rd spot. And the result of the Shelbourne Stud 2-year-old stake, the winner, number 4, Tinsley Champ, owned by India Walsh and trained by Graham Calvert. 2nd, number 6, Ramp and Drive, and 3rd, number 1, Send It Peace. The time 28:77.
I reared a dog below in Portlaw, where I'm living, and reared him up, whelped him down, reared him up, brought him for a trial in Clonmel. He done a nice fast time there, so I said I'd hand him over to professional hands of Graham. He came away well from traps, went into the bend in front, switched on the outside going up the back. I thought he was beaten. He came back again and fought very well to win the race. We'll have a drink or two anyway below in Portlaw, in the cotton mill.
The feature races at Thurles last Saturday were the Pop Gun 360, 525 and 600 yards. Each race included representatives from both England and Ireland and ran on a point system. 10 points for the first place, 8 for second and so on. Mal spoke with the team captains.
Well, Great Britain haven't fared all that well in recent times in this Popgun International.
Right, well, hopefully tonight we can turn that around and make a more positive start than we did last year and make the competition really stiff this year. I feel we've got a slightly stronger team this year than we had last year, with some unexposed dogs but with plenty of pace in them, as well as 1 or 2 experienced dogs in our team as well.
So you have the dogs here to take enough points to capture the title for 2004?
Hopefully, and as the racing proceeds, I think that may become more evident than last year when we were always playing catch-up. Hopefully we can get a good start in the sprint. We may be a little bit weaker in the 525, but you never know. But the 600 yard, I'm quite confident we would score a lot of points in that race.
Pat Dalton here in Thurles, Ireland team captain for 2004. Certainly in the past you've proved a very successful captain.
Well, I don't know all about that, but I didn't have much got to do with winning of the races. But however, I really enjoyed it, and I think tonight we have some very interesting racing. I'm more hopeful than confident because, as I said, I haven't seen the English dogs run. I'm only just going on the forum, but I think it will. We have good racing so far. I think those 3 races will be top class.
We're ready for the first leg of the Popgun International. In 1, Premier Game, Great Britain. 2, DROOPYS Chester, Great Britain. 3 is Arklow Phantom for Ireland. In 4, Polo Coelho, Ireland. 5, BALLYMAC MINNIE, Ireland. And 6, Ballydaniel Bond, Great Britain. The starting point is way over the far corner, 360 yards the distance for the favourite. Polo Coelho breaks reasonably well down the centre. On the outside is BALLYMAC MINNIE as well. There too, the white jacket of Arklow Phantom, and there's trouble in behind, and a dog has gone off the track as the race towards the closing 2 bends. BALLYMAC MINNIE is into second, and off the final bend. There's no doubt that the favourite's going to win here. That's Polo Coelho, followed home by BALLYMAC MINNIE, and his Premier Game, that's third. And so it's victory for Ireland in the first leg, courtesy of Polo Coelho. In second, BALLYMAC MINNIE, and third, Premier Game. The time, 19:32.
After the first race, Ireland had 20 points, England 10. The next race was the Open 525.
Dogs loaded for the second leg. In 1, Mustang Buster for Ireland. In 2, Parcel Force, Great Britain. In 3, Cash Bonus, Great Britain. Ireland's 3 Bells Hell is in 4. 5, Silver Seat, Great Britain. And 6, Killahara Dream for Ireland. Ireland fancying their chances again for victory in the second leg here. 3 runners for Ireland, 3 for Great Britain, and they're away. Mustang Buster is out well in the red jacket. Killahara Dream also for Ireland in contention into the opening bend, but flying round that, it's Mustang Buster for Ireland that leads. In second is Parcel Force for Great Britain. Killahara Dream also there. Down the back straight, it's Mustang Buster, clear by a couple of lengths now from Parcel Force, beginning to challenge, but Killahara Dream moves into second. Mustang Buster holding on for Killahara Dream. 1-2 for Ireland at the moment. They hit the final bend. Mustang Buster on the rails, being pursued by Killahara Dream, but it's going to be victory here for Mustang Buster for Ireland. Confirmation now of the result of the second leg. A win for Mustang Buster, followed home by Killahara Dream with Parcel Force taking third. The time, 29:15.
This result left Ireland still in the lead with 39 points to England's 22. And now on to the last race, which was the 600 yards.
It's the final leg of the Popgun International. In 1, BALLYMAC for Great Britain. 2, Lovely Rumble, Ireland. 3, The Other Bird, Great Britain. 4, Silver Shout, Ireland. Vital Peak for Great Britain in 5, and 6, Da Vinci for Ireland. Great Britain need to fill the first 3 places home to tie with Ireland in the Popgun International 2004. They're often racing in the final leg, and away they go. Fairly even. Silver Shout is there. Outside, Vital Pick for Great Britain, but it's Ireland with Silver Shout that lead into the opening bend. Silver Shout going on now from BALLYMAC, but it's still 4. Silver Shout leading. BALLYMAC beginning to make some ground. Da Vinci's back in third. 4 still leads. That's Silver Shout. BALLYMAC is going on the inside and takes the lead. The second bend from home. It's BALLYMAC that leads as he comes towards the final bend. BALLYMAC clear, well clear, racing towards the finish. A popular winner here, BALLYMAC. The Other Birds take second and Silver Shout third. The result of the final leg. It's a win for BALLYMAC, Great Britain. Second, The Other Bird, and third, Silver Shout. The time, 33:29.
Well, the final result of the night was Ireland 50 points and our visitors 42.
We just barely made it, and the last race was a great race, and I was glad to see the English dog win it. He ran a brilliant race. But actually, the other 2 were my picks when I saw the programme tonight, and it's no surprise. But it was a great night, great racing, great crowd, and thanks to the English people for coming over. They're great sports people.
Very pleased to win the last leg there. It was, as you know, my tip of the evening of the English dogs. The dog ran very, very well. We were a little bit unlucky with events that happened early on in the evening, but we obviously have enjoyed the evening bar that one incident.
So the margin between the teams much closer than it was last year. So Great Britain perhaps challenging for the overall title in 2005.
Hopefully, if I get the chance to come back with the team, I'd like to do so. And I think I need to try and work out a way that we can get the dogs over here much earlier, maybe give them a trial around the track before we actually compete in the races against the very good Irish dogs. And once again, I have to congratulate Pat on captaining the winning team again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
All eyes were focused on the final of the John J. Casey 575 at Shelbourne Park last Saturday night. carrying a total prize fund of €17,000, 10,000 of which went to the winner. Ian Fortune was there.
They're here now running for the final of the John J. Casey 575. In 1, Shelbourne Dell, 2, Chestnut Jet, 3, Dundalk Prince, in 4, Reigning Champ, 5, Mr. Mercedes, and 6, the warm favourite, Carmen Ice. They're here now coming up behind the boxes, and away they go. And first to show is number 6, Carmenite. Number 3, Dundrum Prince, also going well. Also there, number 5, Mr. Mercedes. Into the bend is number 3, Dundrum Prince, with number 6, Carmenite, who takes a slight bump at that point. It's Dundrum Prince, leads around the corner from Carmenite and Chestnut Jet. We have a hell of a race in our hands now at this stage. Number 3, Dundrum Prince, with number 2, Chestnut Jet, now challenging on the outside. Then comes number 6, Carmenite. It's Chestnut Jet on the outside of Dundrum Prince. Neck and neck. Dundrum Prince now coming back at him on the inside. It's Dundrum Prince with number 2, Chestnut Jet. Carmenite on the wide outside. Here comes number 1, Shelbourne Dell on the far side. Up the home straight. Number 1, Shelbourne Dell. Chestnut Jet desperately close, perhaps Chestnut Jet. It's one for the judge, but what a finish to the John J. Casey 575, 31-30. They were quality trackers in that one. And the results of the final of the John J. Casey 575. In a thrilling finish, number 2, Chestnut Jet, getting up to beat number 1, Shelbourne Dell. Back in third, number 3, Dundrum Prince. The winning time, 31-30. This really was a thriller from the very start. Off to a good start was number 3, Dundrum Prince. He set a blistering pace. He really flies into that opening bend. But look at Carmenite, very close. But number 5, Mr. Mercedes, just clipping his heels. Number 4, Reigning Champ, running off the corner. And all of a sudden, number 2, Chestnut Jet now in a perfect position to pounce down the far side. And Dundrum Prince leads. But look at Chestnut Jet showing brilliant pace. Number 6, Carmenite trying to stick with them. Number 1, Shelbourne Dell making up eye-catching ground in fourth. Number 3, Dundrum Prince now putting it up to Chestnut Jet once again. But Chestnut Jet was more than gallant. And as they turned for home, Chestnut Jet lost his challenge, as did number 1, Shelbourne Dell, in a thrilling finish. Number 2, Chestnut Jet, just getting the better of 1, Shelbourne Dell. But what a cracker it was, less than a length, separating the first 4 home in 31-30. A great run from Chestnut Jet. Trainer Owen McKenna, you must be very pleased.
Delighted. The dog is just coming right now. Like we sort of laid him off. I sent the dog actually home to Tony for the winter, I thought, but he was on the phone around 3 weeks after taking him back. Like the dog was mad to go, so we got him back, and he came back to himself very quick, and just delighted. Like we didn't expect to be going for this, but he's won it. It's a nice bonus.
Well, there are 10,000 reasons why it was a very good decision, Tony, to bring him back into training so quick.
Yeah, 575 has always been his trip. You know, he's just short to small, but down to the corner, and the extra 25 yards makes a big difference. You know. But he got it rough during the derby there, and his confidence was kind of gone, but he's back to himself now, and hopefully now for the Guinness 600 maybe, or the Ladbroke 600 as it is now, hopefully next year.
That's the big target now, is it?
Hopefully, yeah.
But I'm sure we'll see a bit of him in between those races. It's a little while now to the 600.
It is, but like I wouldn't say he'd go back 525. You know, if there's a 550 or 575 possibly, but his main aim is 600 yards.
Is this your biggest win yet, Tony, is it?
Biggest yet, yeah. So hopefully now there's maybe bigger and better things to come.
For quick and concise information on Greyhound form, race cards and a multitude of data, visit the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie. Next week we have the final of the IGB Unraced Stake and 3 international races from Clonmel, plus the official opening of Dundalk Stadium, to include the final of the Champions Restaurant Open 670.